you're a toddler mom or just someone who's wondering like what type of toys that you can purchase for a 1-year-old to a 3-year-old, then I'm going to share some of my favorite toys and resources that I have used for my children during the toddler phase, where I purchased them from, why I bought them, and how they still continue to use them now at 3 and 4. Baby boy's not in the video today. He's currently napping, but in the event that he does wake up, I have it ready for him. Start off by, kind of taking you through the timeline as I went. So as a first time mom, I did a ton of research to figure out like what toys were the best for my children. Kind of like the benefits of it, when I can start purchasing it, and things like that. So one thing about me, I always purchase toys that are developmentally advanced. So say for instance your child is 12 months and there's a toy that says 18 months or 2 years old. I was the type of mom that buy toys in advance so they can have a longer lifespan and longer interest for the children. And I don't really believe in buying the exact toys for the exact age, because obviously children mature and develop in different ways. Before once they were able to sit up and things like that, the first thing I purchased was like a second toy, and I purchased the second cups off Amazon. I don't have them now, but I do have a replica or something similar. So I'm just going to open the box and show you what I mean. So these cups, it says for ages 12 months plus, and basically it's just the stacking toy. So this one has different shapes on it, and they will just stack these up, and build a little tower. You can do it by size, by color, by shape. And I also use this in the bathtub. So it has little holes in it for the smiley face, and what they can do is pour water in here, or they can put sand in here, so you can scratch the toys for different reasons. You don't just have to use it for one thing. So something else that I purchased before they were 1 or right at 1 was their first block. So the Fisher-Price brand is the brand that I purchased the first time. This is something I grabbed. It was on clearance, and when toys are on sale, I tend to grab them because I can either give them to someone or I can save them for my children. But this one, it has the different cutouts for shapes in the letters. So we do like before they know their shapes and their colors or whatever, it's going to be a puzzle for them to figure out which one goes where. So they will be struggling to figure out where this goes, and then once they're able to do that, you can introduce colors and the letters. You can love these, and they use these for a long time, and although they know these already, so I recently started getting Play-Doh and using these as a Play-Doh stamper. So rolling out the Play-Doh and having them stamp this so that they can have a shape. Up, we're gonna do this Montessori type I don't know what it's called, busy board, something like that. So although they're not old enough to know how to tie their shoes and things like that, they still can work on different skills. Of course, this works on fine motor skills, so they can button this up, they can zip this, unbutton it. Still use this now, but of course, I said I purchased things before they needed them. This definitely kept them occupied for a long time, involved their senses and things like that. So I do recommend these. I'll link it in the description box below. Next on the list, of course, we have to have something with music. So I have this little set right here, and it came from Target. So the brand is, I want to say B Toys, but it came with a tambourine and it came with a xylophone, and it also has it has 2 of these to go with it. And so they love this. Little children love anything dealing with music, beats. That my children love to dance, so they still play with this today. So definitely grab something with music, whether it's like My First Drum or My First Piano. They have one of those too. So yeah, just wanted to share that because it doesn't always have to be letters, numbers, colors. You can teach them other things, practical life skills, music. Have to be this ABC Abacus. So one of my favorite stores to go to purchase like discounted toys and books and things like that is Burlington, Tuesday Morning, and Ross. So those 3 stores have helped me over the years because some of this stuff I just don't want to pay full price for, but when I know I can get it for a lower price. So I always check those stores first before I purchase things that I'm interested in. This is the ABC Abacus, and it has, of course, the letters on the front, and then it has a picture that represents the sound, the letter sound, and it also has the numbers 1 through 10 with the number in the word and also the amount of dots on there. So with this, you know, if your child likes to move and, you know, just to play with things, you can still cover your alphabet every single day or whenever you want to do it, but you can allow them to, you know, explore a little bit. So things like that, actual pictures and building vocabulary first before they focus in on the letters and the sounds. But it's still something great to have, you know, for them to play with. Once they get a little older, they're starting to understand, you know, apple, and then point to the letter A. So the letter Abacus, I got this from like Burlington. It was on clearance. It's by Melissa and Doug, so I'll link this in the description below. On to the next thing. Something else that I love that I didn't know they would like so much and they still use today is this, I don't know what it's called, like a card type thing. My first time seeing this was in physics, my physics lab about 3-4 years ago. It was a little bigger, but you know, gravity, those concepts, velocity, stuff like that. So I do have a biology degree, so I'm a nerd. But yeah, so basically it's go like this. Oops, not like that. But like this, and it comes out and they love it. They run it through all the time. So especially for boys, I think they will be, you know, great because they love cards, but my girls love them too. And on this specific set, it has the numbers on the side in different colors, so it can go over red, green, blue, purple, and also it has the animals on here. On my list, of course, I'm going to go to my absolutely favorite of them all. Not because I offered them, but because it was one of my first purchases for my daughter, Eliana. She was 15 months old when I purchased this for her. And this is a name puzzle. So this is her first name puzzle that I got off Etsy. And then these are the name puzzles that I offer now on my website. So I'm going to compare the two. Of course, the font is different. And I ordered her a little crown because she's a princess. But when I ordered her name puzzle at 15 months, I ordered it because I wanted it to be a keepsake. You know, that's me. I love cute keepsakes. But it also is a learning tool. So when I ordered it, I was thinking that I just could use it for her spelling her name and her recognizing her name. But, you know, the colors that her letters were, they were like pink and mint and other colors like that she wouldn't really know right off bat because we usually see the primary colors first. So on down the line, you know, I was able to, you know, find my own vendor to make these puzzles for me, and I'm going to share why I love them. So number one, this is a name puzzle. It does come with letters that I'm about to get right now, and so the letters are like this. They are stained with food grade stains, so if your child was to put it in their mouth, it will be safe. They're not painted at all. So, you know, of course, it's only primary colors that fits in here. It's a problem solving puzzle because being that it's two-sided, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to go in the right way. So hopefully I can show that a little bit more. But what they can do is learn the letters of their name. What I did was I taught the girls how to spell their name, you know, by memory. So I would just spell their name out on that. And so I brought out the name puzzle, and what I did was have them spell their name, and after each letter I would have them point to the letter. So say for instance, Eliana, E-L-I-Y-A-N-A-H. And before she knew that down pat, I would just slow them down because they're, you know, if they used to spelling it by memory, then they go really fast. But something else I did was after she mastered learning to spell her name and things like that, I started to go over the letter sounds with her. So E says eh, L says L, you know, I says eh. So that's something I did. And then I was like, I kind of got bored with it because I didn't know how else to use it. But little did I know, you can use things like peas and pasta and pom-poms to work on fine motor skills. You can also ask them to count the letters in their name. So, you know, she has 8 letters in her name, I think. You can also do this. So if they're not of the age where they know their letters or their letter sounds and they know their colors, something I did was say, hey, Eliana, can you pass me the red E or the green A? Or it's multiple ways to use this thing. It's not just for their name. You can have vowels and consonants. That's something I recently did. So enough about the puzzle. If you want this, it'll be linked in the description box. I do offer these on my website. So yeah. On to the next thing. Love these Mega Blocks. And these specific ones has gears on them. I found them from Bargain Hunt, I think. And I got a set from Burlington too. But basically, you know, you use this for anything. First, they can start using by just building whatever, being creative. But then as they get a little older and you start introducing the letters and the numbers, you can see I wrote something on here. I was doing like matching the uppercase and lowercase. So I write it right here or put it on tape. I was also using this to build sight words. So although they outgrow like just building them up, you know, you can still use them for different things. Go to puzzles. Puzzles are my #1 go-to for my children, regardless of who it is, because that gives me, you know, more information on how they learn, how they prefer to learn, you know, problem solving, will it frustrate them and things like that. So the choker and rubber band, I have quite a few of them. I've also purchased some from Walmart, you know, Burlington, Amazon, and I absolutely love this approach for like 1-year-old. So I know we've been taught to sing the ABC song, and I didn't know, but I did it with my first daughter. So I taught her letters, you know, with the ABC song, and she memorized it. And so I purchased this puzzle from Walmart right here, and I love this one for beginners because you can actually know like what letters your child is learning and that they're not guessing based on pictures. So I wanted to mention that because it's very important. I do have one that has pictures in the inside of the letters, and so children are good at guessing. They are super good at guessing. So say for instance the picture was an ant right here. They would be like, A is for ant. But you don't really know if that's what they really know unless you separate the letters and be like, okay, what letter is this? So this is a good beginner puzzle for the babies. Of course, it's going to take them some time to figure out where each letter go. And so that's good within itself. It's going to take them a while to figure out like how to twist and turn and, you know, where it goes. So this is what they will be doing. But these are the things that come with it. I just separated. So if you do teach the ABC song, no judgment here. I did it myself. You could just do A, B, C. If you want to start off with the letter sounds, you could do A, B, K. You next the letter puzzle. Start off with one that doesn't have pictures in it at first because they will guess and they will only associate it with the animal that they see. But once they get the letters down or letter sounds down, then you introduce the puzzle with the pictures because we're working on phonics and building our reading skills. So other puzzles that I've used, of course, are like the animal puzzles, choker and rubber band. I also have the shapes puzzle, of course. So just a hands-on way for them to figure out things, for you to review without them feeling like they're doing schoolwork. They have to sit down and be quiet. They can stand up and do this. You can put it in a sensory bin and have them find the different puzzle pieces. I also have this Melissa and Doug puzzle that I recently put up, but for this video I just wanted to bring it out again. So this one is a wooden puzzle by Melissa and Doug. It's number 0 through 9, and in each thing it has the amount for each number. So 1 balloon, 2 anchors, 3 gears. And so in the beginning, of course, the beauty of this is that they have the pegs. And so with the pegs, especially to prepare them for writing and pre-writing, you want something where they have to grasp. And so that's what the pegs are for. These are tiny. They do offer the jumbo pegs for different puzzles. But I've had quite a few. Over the years, I have to throw some away because toddlers. The beauty of the puzzle is they're figuring out not only how to grasp with this, but also where to put it on each thing. And then once they're of age to recognize the numbers and the number symbols, they can start to count, you know, without the puzzle. So if they lose something, you still can use it. And the same thing with these. I hid these in like sensory rights and had my daughter to pick it up like this and then put it in the puzzle. So highly recommend. Like, these are the ways that I introduce letters, numbers, shapes with puzzles, because I wanted it to be hands-on. I wanted it to be fun, and I didn't just want them sitting down and, you know, or just pointing to the posters, right? I do have those, as you can see right here, but you just don't know their learning style. So I didn't want to do it one way. I watched their interest. You know, if they didn't like it, okay, I went to something else. But it's all about introduction. So puzzles, letters, numbers, shapes. Something else I want to show that goes along with the puzzles are the 2-piece puzzles. These are by The Learning Journey, I think. And basically, the 2-piece puzzle, you know, you have to find the head and the tail and match it together. These are perfect for beginners, and once they start to master these, you move on to the 3-piece puzzles, and then the 4-piece puzzles, and then the 16-piece puzzles. My 3-year-old, she loves puzzles, any size, any kind. Those are her things, so that's my go-to if I want to introduce something new to her. Are more things for puzzles that, you know, I've showed them already, but I do like to store them in these bags. I'll link it in the description box below. And what I do is label them based on the puzzle pieces so I can know. Because something else that they definitely enjoyed in the very beginnings were these beads. And so these are lacing beads. You stick the screen that comes with it. I don't know where it is right now, y'all. We've been playing with them recently. So what they would do is stick the screens in, and they will be working on, you know, grasping colors, patterns, whatever. The girls like to put these on the screen and then wear it as a necklace. So they use these a whole lot, and they really enjoyed them. Sometimes they still pull them out. So lacing beads are on my list. I purchased these blocks right here from Chuckle and Roar. I think this set came with different cards that you can build the words and stuff like that. But at the time when I bought them, they weren't ready, so we kind of lost them. And so we were just using them to build things. So that was just building towers or whatever. I didn't really focus on what was on them unless they wanted to. And I've had these for years because I purchased it for Eliana. And so a letter, an animal for that letter, and then it has a number. So as you can tell, these are well loved. But the beauty of it is they're not just your typical alphabet blocks. They have either colors, they have numbers, or they have shapes. They have a letter as well as a number. So I love these for that purpose. You can use them in many different ways, and you can keep them over the years because numbers, they go from 1 to 26 to match the alphabet. For the shapes, they also have the period, a question mark, and an exclamation mark. So once they're starting to learn about sentences, you still can pull these out just for a hands-on approach for these. So I do recommend. So you can work on phonics with these too. I have so many of the same things that can work for the same thing, but the thing with toddlers is they get bored, so you have to switch things up easily. So yeah, I purchased these from Target. Okay, next up, this is something I just introduced to my business, and it is a shape sorter. So you can take this on the go, and it covers many different shapes. So this pulls out, and you have the shapes. So it has the shape name on there if you're, you know, working on name recognition for certain things. On both sides, again, they are full grade stain, so no paint. You don't have to worry about it being toxic or anything like that. And this is perfect for on the go. So what that would do is take out all the toys. You know, you put this back on. And they don't have to, you know, sort it by whatever it is. Have them name it out. Have them name the color. They don't know what it is. You know, the same scenario. So I'm a big fan of wooden toys. But, you know, plastic is cheaper sometimes. It depends on where I find it at. And I keep the wooden longer for keepsakes. As far as the plastic goes, at some point I do throw them away or give them away. So I just wanted to put that out there. Not to mention that I have these jumbo letters too. So this goes from A to Z. And I have them stored in this thing that I got from Costco because we have so many. But I do offer these on my website as well. It's from A to Z. And what you can do with those is, of course, replace them if they lose their name puzzle. But you can also do letter sounds. You can do chronological order of the letters. Have them match it up. You can trace something and have them stamped with a dot marker. So there are a lot to do with these. And, of course, some children just want to be able to feel and touch what you're telling them. So this is why I gravitate towards puzzles and manipulatives, because it's very important to note, like, watch your child and how they pick up on things. Do they want to touch and feel and hold certain things? Can they just get it if they look at it? Can they get it if you sing it to them? You know, so these are different ways that you can discover their learning style, which way they learn best, and things like that. So I think the last thing I have to show for this video is Magna Tiles. And Magna Tiles, of course, grows with your child. So I love these. You don't have to purchase Magna Tiles because they are, you know, expensive compared to the other brands. But, you know, something I did with these were print off the free printables from their website. There are different brands, obviously, of course, but these are the Magna Tiles. That's what they look like. You can build 2D and 3D shapes with these, and they have a lot of fun because they can be creative. And so it comes in different amounts, different sets. They also have things like different cars that they can build on. They have different shapes, different themes. So it really just depends. But, you know, of course, as I said before, I'll link these in the description box. These right here are the most played with toys. Highly recommend them no matter what the age is. They really enjoy them. May have to do like a part 2. Since I mentioned the posters, I'm just going to share what they look like so you can get a feel of what's in the set. And these were from Amazon. Well loved, of course. I have a few on the wall here. And I love the set. It's colorful. I love the font. You know, I'm very particular. But I just use it as a review. So sometimes I put them on the wall, and sometimes I just sit the girls down on the floor and I put the maps out, I put the posters out, and I have them go over certain things by themselves, go over certain things together. And I think it's important, you know, some children, you know, having things where they're easily accessible, they can go point and touch certain things. They can cover things that you would think they don't know. So I just wanted to make sure I covered all areas of introducing my child to certain things. I wanted to have all the resources that I could find so I can figure out their learning style and how they learn best, so I can tailor it to certain things. So a lot of things here I did not show, but what I did show was mostly what they used the most. Now, I didn't share the books, but if you would like to see the books, just comment books or comment whatever you want to see. Part 2, this was mostly for toddlers. Hopefully this was helpful. If you like this video, consider subscribing to my channel, and as always, thanks for watching.